I'm here in Baltimore at the opening of the Bernie Sanders campaign office here in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm here with my friends, Cassandra and
Amanda.
And we are going to ask them why they are supporting Bernie Sanders.
Universal health care, the $15 an hour, and there's one more that I can't think. Go to Amanda. And I'll
Okay, all right, Amanda.
Well, I think this is the first time that I've actually cared about an election to this degree. The first time that Barack Obama ran, I was in college and I was behind him, but not really paying attention to the differences between the different candidates. And I always thought when Hillary ran in 2016, I would be behind her. As I've been paying closer attention, I've just noticed some of the discrepancies in her lifelong vision of what she wants to believe in. And Bernie has always stood by his convictions. And even though they may have been unpopular at the time, like back in, when he was in college and he was fighting for racial injustices in Chicago, and even now with, fighting for women's rights to have their choice to have an abortion when there are so many conservatives that are still fighting against that. Even though it's not popular with all people, he doesn't cater to who he's speaking to. He always speaks his mind freely, and he does not take money from big corporations. And I do not believe that a candidate can fight for all of the people while taking money from huge corporations. And I think that's been, I don't want to. It's hard to go back and say that when throughout all of history, all of our presidents have been taking money. So there have been so many people I've talked to who said, well, Barack Obama definitely took money. He had, people behind him. And that's true. But I think what this means is if we can get behind Bernie, we know that it's possible that we can take the process back. And so it'll bring about change, and maybe in the future, presidents won't be taking money from big corporations, and it'll all be based on what the people really want. Sorry, I blabbered a lot.
That's okay. And do you live in Maryland?
I just think that I do live in Maryland, and I just think that the fact that we're in this building says probably a lot about his civil rights movement and what he stood for back in the day and how he's been consistent. I think that says a lot about Bernie. So I'm a big supporter of Bernie.
Are there any specific issues that you'd like Bernie to know about here in Maryland that may help him win Maryland?
That's a good one. That is a really good one. I think that for Maryland, the $15 an hour pay raise is a lot of people will get involved, get behind Bernie on that one. Yeah, I really do.
Do you think there's any specific issues here in Maryland that you'd like Bernie to address or speak about?
I actually think you bring up a good point about $15 an hour. I was speaking with my mom recently about when she was younger, a student who was about to go to college could get a summer job and have enough money for college to, have spending money, buy a car, buy textbooks, and it's just not the case anymore. So in Maryland, where housing is so expensive, I had a brother who graduated high school a couple of years ago, and any job that he gets, he can't move out of the house, off of a minimum wage job. And I'm not saying it's a career, but when someone is 18 years old and they want to get their life started, or even in high school, you need to be able to give people the opportunity to make money, to invest money, to be able to have, the opportunity to buy real estate and to have income that's actually going to generate, success in the future, and not just money in their pocket that gets blown immediately, because everything is so expensive in Maryland that it needs to match up.
And so what kind of other activists or activities or events have you been to support Bernie Sanders?
Well, this is the first. So this is the first for me. So I hope to do more volunteering, and I do support him with contributions, but that's as far as it goes. But I hope to do more for him. I mean, yeah.
Do you have a bumper sticker?
Well, I've got the bird. I'm getting the birdie. Did you see that bird that landed on?
Yes.
Yes, right. Yes.
So you're going to put the bird bumper sticker on the back of your car?
Right, definitely.
Okay. And what kind of other Bernie events have you, what kind of other support have you lent to the Bernie Sanders campaign?
So in the last couple of weeks, I think maybe it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had the march and the rally in Baltimore. So I participated in that, and I was able to talk with a few people that I had never met before about why they were supporting Sanders, and if they were kind of on the fence, they were kind of checking it out, just giving my input on what he really stood for, and heard from a councilman and a couple people running for mayor, and hearing so many people in power that do support Sanders, it kind of gave me a little bit more hope for the future. It's not every politician is just going to go against him because they're going with the rest of the I guess, the Congress and senators that are going behind Clinton. So it gave me a little bit more hope that we can really get behind him and get a win. So.
Great, great. Thank you.